So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. Try to avoid slouching or leaning. We also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, allowing the body to fall into place. Then cultivate the sense of letting go of attending to the environment, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are, letting go too of thoughts of the past and plans for the future. Concentrating your awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, generate a broad and altruistic motivation for your time, wanting to use this time by establishing and deepening instructive, beneficial ways of thinking and acting, reducing and ultimately eliminating ways of thinking and acting that are not beneficial, abiding in states of mind that allow oneself to remain connected to a sense of peace and ease, states of mind that give rise naturally and spontaneously to actions that benefit others. Thinking of engaging in this process of inner transformation as a way to be of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings, countless sentient beings over time. And with that motivation, we will contemplate understanding the inner obstacle of the energy of attachment, this mind that, when it apprehends something that seems pleasant, feels as though one's happiness is dependent upon possessing the pleasant object, and that one is necessarily threatened if that pleasant object ceases to be possessed. This exaggerated clinging we find it so challenging because it appears to be responsible for much of our happiness. Mind of desire arises in relation to an object. We engage in actions to bring that object into our experience, and then temporary pleasant feelings arise. When those pleasant feelings begin to diminish, we think of another object. We engage in actions to bring it into our experience as well. So then every day, day after day, we are chasing this and then that. Think back over the past few weeks. how engaged in this process of chasing good food, good music, pleasant smells, pleasant sights, pleasurable activities. How caught up are we? And think about how much mental and physical energy we expend. Is it often tiring in and of itself? And how much of the result of that process is genuine happiness? How often are pleasurable experiences tinged with regret at the amount of time or money that we spend to engage in them, or feelings of overindulgence? How does the mind react to being prevented from objects of attachment? what we wanted to do is unavailable due to bad weather or something being sold out, or an illness. How much actual suffering is this craving attachment, therefore, responsible for? Even the mind itself, under the influence of craving attachment, is unbalanced. This pattern, this habit in the mind reinforces feelings of dissatisfaction. See if you can arrive at an insight in your own experience that craving attachment is primarily a source of unhappiness. Try to give rise very clearly to the thought that if I genuinely desire happiness, then I must stop giving rise to the causes of suffering. I must stop energizing these unbalanced, afflicted states of mind. I must put energy into developing my awareness, my wisdom, recognizing that the more and more we abandon the afflicted, exaggerated craving and attachment, the happier and more free we will become. Give rise to that strong intent. Then bring to mind one or two examples from the past week or two when you felt under the influence of craving attachment, and try to analyze exactly how the mind was exaggerating, exactly what was unbalanced, And try to think clearly about how you would hold that object with wisdom and awareness in a realistic way. And then hold on to whatever insight you've gained and think that this is how I overcome attachment in my daily life. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together and we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, created positive energy in the mind. Think that you offer the fruit of your practice, this positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings, without exception. Thinking when it ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful, inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in a state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment in order to work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled, and may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.